Hi, my name is Matt McBride, and I'm going to show you my vision board and just kind of hit some highlights real quick. So, first of all, I'm going to show you the place of the vision board. This is in my room, and you can see right there is my vision board, that blue tape on the wall. I've had vision boards in different places, but the placement of the vision board is very important. I've done vision boards before that haven't worked, and this one does. It's important to be the last thing that you see before you go to bed at night and the first thing you see when you get up in the morning. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Placement's important, and I know that this works for me. This placement works. On my vision board, I've learned that I'm very visual, and my mind interprets things very literally. So I have pictures of different goals that I have set, but I learned I have to be careful because my mind will accomplish exactly what the picture is. I'll give you one brief example. I wanted to learn how to play guitar, so I cut out, I've got a lot of guitars, and this was just a goal. I wanted to play them. Well, I cut out this picture of this guitar and put it up on my vision board, let a few people know that that's what my goal was. And I got this opportunity to play guitar, and my friend's like, well, he needed a specific kind of guitar for a little band that he was starting, and he asked me if I wanted to play it. And so I agreed, and then I wanted to see if there was an acoustic version of this guitar. And there was, and so I bought this. And after I bought this, I zoomed in and looked at my picture. If you know anything about guitars, this isn't going to focus. Why isn't it focus? This has 4 pins at the top. An acoustic guitar normally has 6 pins. This has 4. That means it's a 4-string. A 4-string is a bass guitar. That's a unique guitar. Like, an acoustic bass is very unique. You don't see them very often. That's the picture I took. My friend, see if this will flip around. It probably won't. Anyway, my friend was looking for a bass guitarist. And when I asked if there's an acoustic version of a bass, he said, yeah, he didn't know, but I found it. And that's what I'm playing now, is the bass guitar. But that is shocking because that is an acoustic bass guitar is very unique. So my mind's very literal. So if yours is literal, be careful with the pictures you put up. The goals. You're not supposed to have too many. I have 7. Some of them are related. What can I share with you? It's not too personal. Well, I shared that one with you. I'll share a couple of these. I'm learning Spanish. This is to represent, this is not my house, but the house is very clean. My house has a lot of stuff around it. So this will represent a clean yard. Necklaces and climbing, 2 other goals. Work on my taxes. Work on a wife. And money goals. If you get more specific for your goals, these have some attributes that I'm looking for in a helpmate. And so after you get your main items put down, then you can break down the items. And I call that, you can put those in a folder called an action folder. And in an action folder, I would put down a specific item, and I'd put actions. I'm going to show you an action that I did for that one. I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to sell, so I have lots of boards, but I put down things in my yard I was going to sell, and so I'd call this an action board, and it's a breakdown of those things. Here's some other things that are related to that too. But you can also put them in a notebook, and they carry this notebook around with you so you have actions. So your vision board is put up with tape because these things are to be accomplished and removed, and new things go on there. When you accomplish them, you can put them in. This is my, well, that one's not, it's not that one. I have a book that I put my, well, it's back over here, it's this one. But when I accomplish a vision board item, I put it in my book. This is my vision board item book. So just a few things I accomplished. I needed to find a job. I found one. I wanted to be a little bit more in contact with nature, and so that was one of my goals. And I had personal relationships with God, and I wanted to increase those, and I felt that I accomplished that. That's an ongoing thing, but anyway, there's a specific part of that I wanted to accomplish, and I did. And so, but the goal is as you accomplish these things, this is a picture book, and you can pull the items off and slide them in there, and then in the margins you can put down what happened and the date that those are accomplished at. So my life has been a little bit hectic lately, so I've been working actually on these and accomplishing things, but some of these can't be accomplished in a month. Some of them will take a little bit longer. But anyway, that's the basis of a vision board. I can go into details on specific things. I'll touch on one other thing and then that's it. Instead of, well, these are kind of specific items, but for example, I started off by, you know, I want to find a companion one day, and I start off by describing this companion by putting a picture there of the person and describing how they look. And I actually accomplished that goal, and then I thought that wasn't what my intention was. And so instead of putting how the person should look, I would say, why do I want the person to look this certain way? And then I'd be like, well, because if they look this way, then they're going to want to do stuff, and I like to do stuff. And you know, for example, you know, maybe I'd say I want them to have a Ferrari or something, and then I'd say, why would I want them to have a Ferrari? And then I'd say, because to me that means that they're successful and they're able to pursue that. And so instead of the Ferrari, I cross that off and I would just put, I want them to be successful and driven. So that's just one more thing that I tuned in. Instead of being so concrete, I zoomed back out and said, why do I want this thing? And then I put the descriptors down. Anyway, I'm happy to tell you more about this, but I promised I would make a video. Here it is. Have a good night.